Hi, Assalamualaikum. Good morning to all dear friends, and I wish a very happy Sunday to all of you. Well, thanks for feedback of past many days, and I'm thrilled to see the impact of all the lecturing campaign which I had started on Facebook, and then I have combined it with YouTube and Facebook as well because of technical reasons. Quality of voice is much better on YouTube, and it can be easily connected with Facebook as well. So that is why my preference these days is YouTube videos. Well, in olden times, you see, my friends, powers were concentrated only in one person, and that was a king or queen. And then in previous few centuries, new phenomena was emerged uh, at the beginning of 19th century. There was a revolution in Soviet Union, and in Russia. After revolution, Russia was turned into Soviet Union by communist elements who were responsible for bringing revolution there. So one party dictatorship was established in Russia, and that was a new phenomena, uh, having a dominant political party, all powers in it, legislative, executive, and judicial as well. Then, prior to Second World War, dictatorship of Mussolini and Hitler was witnessed in Europe. That was also one party dictatorship, and powers, judicial powers, executive powers, and legislative powers were concentrated in that party and in the person of dictator Hitler and Mussolini, both in Germany and Italy. So there were people who were responsible for bringing revolution in America on federalism. The Muslim minds were impressed from thinking of a French philosopher who had spent all his life in London. Philosopher was of the view that all if are separated, people can be saved from tyranny and oppression. So that idea of him was implemented in Constitution of USA, and spirit behind that was that by this way people of USA can be saved from tyranny and oppression of one man or of one political party. So that theory of separation of powers was implemented in USA along with system of checks and balances. So judiciary can check executive and legislature, and if legislative assemblies in United States of America are coming up with any law which is not compatible with the spirit of constitution, that law can be declared null and void by judiciary, and judiciary can render same treatment to executive orders of the president if those orders are not compatible with the spirit of constitution, can be declared null and void by judiciary. So we, the people of subcontinent, we have to understand all this. Uh, though in Pakistan and in India, these are two neighborly federations here in subcontinent, are since long having very tense relations because of dictatorial tendencies mostly prevailing in India. Luckily, constitutions of both India and Pakistan provides for true democracy, and that theory of separation of powers is being implemented here. And no individual or institution can be so strong to be termed as dictatorial. But due to prevailing ignorance all around, you see, politics, domain of politics was left to the people who were not that educated, and they were unable to understand that to keep federations intact, constitutional limits must be observed because federal units they agree on a constitution, and then they declare it as supreme law of the land, and state business that is supposed to be conducted in accordance with the constitution in each federation to save it from disintegration. Constitution is here in Pakistan as well, but due to our previous these two countries, those fundamental human rights were often, and this situation has created the denial of fundamental human rights to people in both India and Pakistan. A situation that uprisings, especially in India, are all around, and majority, 80% Hindu majority in India is dominant in Supreme Court as well. So, regarding Babri Mosque, we will come to know that justice is being dirty, is being treated. There is no justice at all. Uh, if we go through moral aspect, of Ayodhya verdict given in favor of Hindus that they have a right to build Ram Mandir in place of mosque. Centuries old mosque was demolished by Hindu mob, and now even Supreme Court is of the view that there shall be a temple in place of mosque. So, at one hand, religious freedom is being denied to the Muslims of India, and on the other, it seems that there is a beginning of a new debate that all the foreign invaders who came to India, they were having no right to build anything here. Even Prime Minister of India is not taking care of Taj Mahal, which is a monument, historical monument, and India is famous for Taj Mahal. But the Prime Minister of India, backed by extremist RSS, and is promoting Hindueta in India instead of democracy, uh, is of the view that Taj Mahal was built by foreign rulers, foreign invaders, and Indian government is not supposed to take care of that. And that is why bad environmental conditions there are ignored, and color of Taj Mahal is changing gradually because of the bad impact of environmental pollution in Agra. So, all those who have lost their properties when Britishers came, all those as Britishers came here for 200 or more than 200 years as colonial rulers, they had taken decisions about properties. Even Kashmir was sold out to Maharaja Gulab Singh by British colonial rulers. And prior to them, there were dynasties from Mughal to Turk dynasties which came here to rule India. And if we go to the moral aspect of the whole thing, that we are in 21st century now and we are civilized enough, and we must condemn all those invasions of India which were being made in past, and all the monuments built by foreign invaders, including British rulers, that shall be destroyed. That is a cry over there in India now. But we have to be a bit logical too. If we look towards this whole process of arrival of foreign invaders, though some of them were really very cruel, but that was a part of evolutionary phase of subcontinent, and we are out from that state of weakness which we were having few centuries ago, that all the invaders who were coming through ports uh, were conquering India, all the invaders who were coming through Khyber Pass are conquering India. So we are not that much prone now, or in simple words, which we cannot be conquered that easily by any foreign invader. And during that uh, primitive period in which local people of India were not that educated and well equipped to defend themselves, now they are better equipped and they can defend themselves. So in 1947, India was divided into two parts, and Pakistan came into being because of intolerance of Hindu majority. Uh, Muslims were unable to adjust themselves with them, so British rulers have decided to create separate homeland for Pakistan. And Muslims, they had struggled for that under leadership of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So coming back towards prevailing thinking in India that everything built or every decision taken by foreign invaders uh, here in subcontinent is illegal, immoral, and unconstitutional as well. That thinking is good, but at the same time, we must be very logical because all these monuments are now assets of people of subcontinent who were being invaded so many times in recent history as well, and now are capable enough to defend themselves. And world has become so civilized that there are no more invasions like there were invasions past many centuries. So, uh, to be wise and to be logical, we can say is that whatever is now here in India and Pakistan, whether it was built by uh, foreign invaders as rulers here or was built by locals, that is asset of people of subcontinent. And regarding decisions about land taken about transfer transfer or sale of Kashmir to a family of Maharaja Gulab Singh. Such cruel decisions shall be reversed, cannot be justified in any way, and people of Kashmir must be given right of self-determination. And all other private property which was uh, redistributed or occupied by British rulers, that property shall be handed over back to their real owners. Uh, no colonial power has any right to take such decisions. They're morally and even legally are not capable of doing all that. And I think good sense will prevail, and places of archaeological importance like Taj Mahal will be saved, and Indian government will change its thinking. Ruling party will change its thinking and will stop ignoring repair and, of Taj Mahal or from saving it from bad impacts of environmental pollution on grounds that that was built by Muslim rulers. And we can go a bit further. I mean, uh, you see, we can just look into qualifications of citizens in civilized world. So in United States of America, you can have citizenship if you leave your own country and decide to be there. So legal ways are there to get citizenship of United States of America. And then all those who are taking birth in United States of America, they are natural born citizens of United States of America. So in subcontinent, we can think in this way as well. That all the foreign invaders who came, their decisions were wrong, but the generations which they had left here, all the children of foreign invaders who took birth here in subcontinent are now citizens of this continent, of Pakistan and India. So we always need some wisdom to deal with such situations. And interestingly, in America, only natural born citizens, those who had taken birth in the United States of America, only they can become president of America. So we can have same qualifications for citizenship here, both in India and Pakistan, and as well. And we can console ourselves. Especially, we have to console RSS, extremist RSS, which thinks that every monument built by foreign invaders is bad. You see, just take it like this: that Babur came from Farghana and had conquered India, became Mughal king, had laid the foundation of Mughal dynasty. But then children of Babur who took birth here in India, they are natural born citizens of India. So the lands which they had distributed as rulers, so the decisions which they had taken regarding building monuments, Shah Jahan built that Taj Mahal, and Shah Jahan was natural born citizen of India, you see. So that is quite natural that people they travel from one continent to another for different reasons. So RSS must not be that rigid that only Hindu is having every right in India and all others are having no rights at all. So we have to look into this, and that will improve the situation ahead. British colonial rulers, uh, they were mostly appointed by a power in London, and they used to come here and serve, and they used to go back. So no son of Viceroy can claim to be natural born citizen of India. Maybe there might be someone, but I don't think there will be someone because they used to come for few years on assignment, and then they used to go back. So look at this problem that okay, foreign invaders taken birth in India. were natural born citizens of India, and they were having some rights to rule India, to acquire rights to rule India, to acquire land in India, to distribute land in India as rulers. Because after Babur, all the Mughals were natural born citizens of India. So I think Taj Mahal was built by a natural born citizen of India that was not built by any foreign invader. And that RSS has to understand, that Indian leadership has to understand. And Britishers, whether they were having any right to sell Kashmir, no. No one among them was natural born citizen of India during colonial era. No big decision was taken by any natural born citizen of British origin uh, ruling India. So all their decisions regarding are null and void and are having no moral or legal base. So I think I have resolved